Hello, YouTube live stream. Hello. I'm over here to share what the Bible says about life. So many people in this world think that it's their life, my life, our life, my life. Let me clean my life up. It's not our life. So many people in this world think that it's their life. Okay. So they live however they want. Okay. And they think it's their life, and it's not. Because people in this world, think that they are experts on life, and they think that it's their life. I'm here to share with you that it's not our life. And people think it's my life, our life. Okay? Man's way of life and woman's way of life is wrong. In this world we live in today, people think that their way of life is better than God's way. And who's the creator of life? Jesus Christ. He's the one is the creator of life. Okay? It's not our life. But a lot of people think that it's their life, my life, our life. Because people in this world think that their way of life is better than Jesus Christ's way. Okay, there is a way of life that looks harmless enough. We're talking about life, 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 from what God said, not what man said. Proverbs 14:12 says, there is a way of life that looks harmless enough. Look again, it leads straight to hell. Surely people appear to be having a good time, but all their laughter will end in heartbreak. Because man and woman think that their way of life is better than God's way. And God's way of life is better. His way of life is better. It's not our life. So many people in this world think that it's their life because you think that your way is better than Jesus Christ's way. You think it's your life. You think you the creator of life. Okay? Following God's blueprint for life is better. Following our own blueprint, it don't work. It don't work. It says it in Jeremiah, over here in Jeremiah 10 about life. In Jeremiah 10 is Jeremiah's prayer. Lord, I know that the people's lives are not their own. It is not for them to direct their steps. I need Jesus Christ to direct my steps every day. This is not my life. There is no life without Jesus Christ. We just exist. But so many people have bought into the lie from the devil that this is my life, our life. It ain't our life. People think that their ways, okay, people think that their ways People think that their ways are better than God's ways. Okay? But God's blueprint for life is better. Jesus Christ's blueprint for life is better. His way, Jesus Christ's way of life is better. Without Jesus Christ, we just existing. He know more about life than we do. There is a way of life that looks harmless enough. Look again. It leads straight to hell. God's way of life is better. But so many people out here think it's their life. It seems like it's right. Okay? It seems right. And then he said again in Proverbs 14:12. Yeah, because man think that his way of life is better. And it's not. It's Proverbs 14:12. It says, there is a way that appears to be right. It appears to be right, but in the end, it leads to death. I'm thinking about the lifestyle that the rappers are sending out to the American people, how they live in a criminal life, how they bragging on how they committing crimes and stuff. It seemed like it's right what they rapping about, but in the end, it leads to death. It leads to death. The lifestyle that the rappers are selling, that they selling to the public, the lifestyle that the rappers are selling to the public, the lifestyle, it leads to death. The rappers in hip hop are selling a life. They're selling a life of death. The rappers in hip hop are selling a life of death and destruction. That way of life, it seems right, but it leads to death. The rappers in hip hop are selling a life of death. What they selling death. That's what they're selling to the people, and the people buying into it. That lifestyle that they brag about, and that the women brag about, the women in hip hop about twerking, that lifestyle leads to death. What do the rappers in hip hop sell? Death and destruction. The rappers in hip hop are selling death and destruction to the American public and trying to justify it. It seems like it's right to sell death and destruction. That's what they're selling. They're selling death and destruction. In the lyrical content of hip hop, they're selling death and destruction. That way of life that they're rapping about, it seems right, but it leads to death. Okay? So the rappers in hip hop are selling a lifestyle of death and destruction. It leads to death. I'm praying for them. Bye bye.